Well, so it's been a minute since I've been on here. A lot has changed in the 7 months that I have been away from the internet. And I kind of wanted to just make this video just to talk about that, talk about where I'm at right now in life, talk about my future and my future in content and what that possibly will look like. So let's get into it. So 7-ish months ago, I dropped my last video. That was a college documentary, which pretty much eloped my entire college career from beginning to end, and arguably is my best work I've ever put out to this date. So if you want to check that out, I'm going to link that right there. All you got to do is click on that. It'll take you right to the video. I pretty much decided to just take some time away from the internet, really to just focus in on this next part of my life, focus in on the biggest thing, of course, in getting a job where I wanted to live, what I wanted to do. And I just think content was something I had to kind of push in the back of my head for the time being. And honestly, I was at a point where I was very drained from everything that I had to do in college. So I took a break. And it was in that 6-month span that I told myself, I'm just gonna focus on my life right now. And if I feel like content is something that I still wanna do, then we'll come back. So about 2 weeks after I dropped that video, I was blessed with a job. And so with that job, I was able to relocate closer to that job, which is here in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I moved about a month after that video. And so in that time span, I also went ahead and just decided to do a 40-day fast from social media to really focus in on my life right now, focusing in on where I want to be in life and just my goals as a 23-year-old who is trying to figure out life. So now it's been about 6 months since I moved from Atlanta to Charlotte, and my life's kind of changed a lot, but I still have the same kind of foundation and things that I do. So obviously I work a job, which is a 9-to-5 that I absolutely love, which I will talk about in a little bit from some questions you guys had. And yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out life right now, and that's really the brink of where I'm at right now. So nothing too crazy. I'm just trying to get back into things. And I think this past 6 months was really good for me just because I really had time to get away from the internet and get away from, you know, the chase, if you guys know what I mean. And it was good to just be in life, experiencing a new city, experiencing a new job, a new environment, and everything that comes with. Of course, bills, unfortunately. I hate bills. But it's been great to just honestly adult and move into a different phase of my life. Obviously, everything I felt and cared about in college is still with me, but we're in a different era now. We're in a different era. So a couple weeks ago, after I posted this fire trailer on Instagram, I asked you guys to pretty much give me some questions that you have about my life right now, if you wanted those to be answered. And so I'm just gonna answer some of those questions, and then we're kind of just gonna go from there, but let's go. So how's life been going with your new journey? Life's been great, honestly. I think my life right now is a lot more than I thought it would be, which is great. It's all good things, but I'm really taking in things piece by piece. I'm really trying to walk day by day, which is really the key for everything. So life's been good. I just got to focus in once again, day by day, and just doing the things that I know I need to do and the things that I really want to do. And anything else really just doesn't matter right now. Do you get most of your ideas from yourself, or do you prefer the general public? Honestly, I think it's a little bit of both. I think a lot of my ideas really just come from different forms of media, whether that's movies, TV shows, etc. It's kind of just like how I feel I could present that form of media in my way or in my version, my point of view. But there are some times where I think the general public will give me ideas. Like, I follow a lot of guys on, you know, I still follow a lot of guys and look up to a lot of other bigger, you know, content creators, YouTubers, you know, guys in the industry. So it also comes from that too. So what do I do now for my occupation, and what are my plans for the future? So right now I work as a social media manager for a NASCAR team, which also has a ministry attached to it. So we have the main social media account for the team, and then through our owner, who has a ministry attached to it, he has a separate account for that. And I'm the one that pretty much runs the social media side for the ministry. I don't run the main team pages. That is someone else who does a phenomenal job, by the way. I'm more so on the ministry side, but I do help out a lot. No, I don't. I don't help out a lot. So I'm really just on the ministry side, but if needed, I'll help out and work on the race side as well. There is a race coming up soon that I'll be working the weekend, so the race side still comes in for the NASCAR team. So I do get, you know, a best of both worlds, working for the NASCAR side and for the ministry side. But In short answers, I work in a social media team of about 5 of us for a NASCAR team. Pretty cool. Next question is how I got the job. To be honest, it was something that I genuinely felt like God gifted me because I didn't have any connections. I didn't have, anyone that I knew in the industry. I didn't really have anyone I knew in Charlotte, period. So for me, I just applied on LinkedIn when I was applying to 811,000 jobs. So yeah, I pretty much just got called to do a Zoom interview. I did great on the Zoom interview. Next interview, I did a in-person interview here at the shop, which is in Charlotte. And after that, I think there's one more decision where it was maybe between me and a couple others, and they just wanted us to present some type of work examples. And then after that, I was pretty much told that I got the job. But I think with the job being attached to a ministry and tying my faith with content, I genuinely felt like in the bottom of my heart that I knew the job was mine once I learned all of what the job was entitled to be. And once I went on the interview and I flew back home to Atlanta, I was like, yeah, I know this job's mine. And not in a cocky, arrogant way, but I genuinely just felt like, come on, like, what's something that you've added to your everyday routine? So this is a really big one. Recently, I don't know if this is disingenuous or not, but you guys tell me. I wanted to have a prayer for almost everything that I'm involved in right now. So whether that's my family, my relationship, content, my job, the things I want to, get rid of in my life. And so I didn't really know how to formulate them because I wanted these to be prayers that I memorized every single day. So I asked ChatGPT after giving it all my information and all of, the things it needed to know. And I had them formulate me prayers for my family, relationship, job goals, future plans, etc. So I have those written down. And I just pretty much go through and say those every single day. So every day I'm praying for these things in full detail. And I think as I'm getting more older, I feel like you can never overestimate the importance of prayer. And I'm seeing in real time how important it is. And I'm seeing in real time how much it's genuinely making a difference in my life. So that's something that I'm always going to prioritize to do before anything else. But after that now, it's just a lot more responsibilities being older, being out of school. Nothing crazy. You'll experience it soon. So the biggest question that I've gotten is, why are you back on the internet after 7 months of disappearing? And honestly, it was one of those decisions that I knew I was going to make. I knew I had to make a decision at some point because for me personally, and I really tried to make it very known when I was in school that I felt like this is my calling. I really, from the bottom of my heart, felt like in some way, shape or form, but making content and doing it the way that I've been doing it, which I hopefully feel like has been, how God wants me to do it, is my calling in life. And I feel that very evidently even through my job now. And so for me, it was one of those things where honestly, in the back of my head, I knew that I was going to come back. It was really just a matter of how and when. And I told myself after I finished off college, after I dropped that one video, that I'm going to do some time away just to see how much I really, really want to do this. Because I know with a job, it's going to have a lot of requirements, including time. And I just don't want to force something if I don't feel like it's really what God's calling me to do. Honestly, it comes to me in dreams, and it comes to me in ways that I feel like I don't even think would come. And I realize that I can't escape this. I genuinely feel like making content is something that I cannot escape. In my head, I always felt like this was where I needed to be. And it's something that I don't want to let go. And when you really feel like something is yours, you can't ignore that, bro. When you get those signs from God and you feel like he's telling you, this is where I want you to be, this is the person I want you to be, this is how I want you to work, and I'm gonna work through you doing this, you can't ignore that, bro. Like, that's something you gotta really lock in on doing, and doing it the way that he wants you to do it. And I genuinely feel from the bottom of my heart, bro, that this is what that is. I do think there's a special power in coming out of your mouth and really verbalizing what you really want and who you really want to be. And I don't think, going back into my older videos from school, I don't think there was one time I came on here and actually said that I want to be a YouTuber. I think that that's something that my perspective of what people would think of me mattered too much to where I didn't want to say it, but I wanted to be in the environment. But I came to a point during the summer where I was just like, Bro, I don't care about none of that no more, bro. Like, I think that this is one of those few outlets that I can really do that. And I had so much fun making videos that I know that this is really what I want to go back to. I'm really excited to share what my life is going to look like. And so for the next video, it's going to be a little bit of not really a day in a life, but kind of like a day in a life, but it's going to be a lot different from all the other vlogs that I've done in the past. And I'm really excited to just go out there and to just be me. And I know you guys are going to enjoy it, so I won't speak a little bit too much on it or what the rest of the videos are going to look like, but excited to be a creative again. I'm excited to share my craft with you guys and how I visualize the world. So let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Thank you guys for watching. We're back, and I'll see you guys soon.